It has been cold and rainy and dark the last few days, so it's perfect weather for me. I have been waiting for months. It's here to stay, hopefully. So that means I want some good warming food, which I want pasta. And when I thought I want pasta, I saw this video posted by Jake Cohen on Instagram, which I will link down below in the description. This pasta looked so good and creamy. I don't think there's any cream in it though. So like, and I don't know what's special about it. It's basically just pasta sauce, but the way it looked, I need to have it. So I'm gonna make it tonight. Been a long day and I want some pasta to comfort me and tell me that everything's gonna be okay. So let's get to prepping and then cooking and then eating. Sounds great. First, an onion. Chop this. Normally, I don't think it really matters. You just want them kind of in the same size so they cook the same, but this is going in a blender, so really it doesn't matter. Of course, you gotta have a lot of garlic. What I should have done was have this recipe, because now I'm gonna have enough pasta for a month, but that's not a bad thing, I guess. But still, I'm using a whole pound of pasta for this, so good for a crowd. But if you want to, you can have it or quarter it. Very simple. And I'm just gonna give these a slice. Again, size is not important. That's my prep. I also have some salt and pepper, and over in my pan, I've got some butter that I'm going to melt on down. While the butter is melting down, I wanted to show you the pasta that I'm using. It says Caserci, C-A-S-E-R-E-C-C-E, but they almost remind me kind of like of gemelli. I think that a short pasta or a long pasta would do really well here, but this is what I'll be using. And like I said before, I shall be using a pound of it. I also forgot to mention that I have a bunch of cherry tomatoes that I have just right here. You can leave them whole. They are just washed and dried. In my Dutch oven here, I've got a bunch of butter just melting down. And to this butter, I'm gonna add the onions and garlic. Gonna add some salt and pepper to this. And start to sweat these down. You want them soft, probably just like 5 to 7 minutes. I have this on like a medium heat. These are starting to break down nicely. Gotta shout out my sister. My house smells exactly like something she hates. Cooking onion and garlic. I kind of like it, but it just makes me think of her and smile. These are right where I want them. I'm going to lower the heat to like a medium low. I'm gonna pop in my tomatoes. Give these a stir to coat them with the onions, garlic, and the butter. And now what I'm going to do is put a lid on it and let this simmer away for a half an hour. I'm gonna come back and kind of mix them up again. I just don't want anything sticking too badly to the bottom. There's a lot of butter in here, so I doubt it will, but we're gonna cover it and let it go. In about a half an hour, and I'm going to check on my tomatoes. Look at that. They've cooked down just a little bit, but they are all burst. The way this smells right now is insane. Let me give it a little toss around just to make sure nothing's stuck to the bottom. I also have a pot going here for my pasta getting ready. And now comes the fun part. I have to blend this. I want it smooth. Now to get my sauce into the blender, just be very careful. It is so hot. If you don't have a blender, you could use a food processor or even an immersion blender. Or if you want it chunky, just leave it chunky. A lot of times we leave things chunky in this house, but today I want smooth. On every last bit. Plus the pan that I use for the pasta is too small like I thought it would be, but you know, whatever. So I'm gonna use this pan for my pasta. Be very careful when blending hot liquid. It can explode. Start very, very low. Ooh, she's smooth. I'm gonna taste for seasonings. Ooh, she's delicious. Look at that. This is like basically tomato soup. So if you have a grilled cheese, I'm actually gonna pop this back in the pan and I'm gonna put it back on the stove just to keep it warm until my pasta is done. This is the pan I have my pasta in. I'm trying to cook a whole pound of pasta in this. Not very smart. Pasta's done. Everyone into the pool. Probably should have got a bigger pot for this. Carefully incorporate the pasta. And don't worry, it seems a little thin right now, but it will thicken right up. And there it is. We're golden. Let's plate because I want to eat this real bad. Here it is. I'm very excited. Oh, it's so hot. This tastes, I can't describe it. Buttery. And those tomatoes are so good. I can't tell what this tastes like or what it makes me feel, but it's good. It's very good. It tastes like it's been cooking all day long. Those flavors are deep. I don't know what I did, but it was magic. So tie me to the steak. It is witchcraft. You have to try this. It is so simple. I wish I had some bread. Ugh, what a time to not have bread. This is a hug in a bowl. Enjoy.